Hey YouTube, All Trader back for an update from yesterday. If you watched my previous video, you will recall I mentioned my levels yesterday. I was looking for possible shorts from 83.10 because of the resistance there on the pivot, and also the weekly line in the sand pivot point, the weekly as well. See here, I think I called it 83.11 is what I called it. I was hoping for a bit of a pop up there early in the London session. It didn't happen. It carried on kind of bearish for the rest of the day. I did also mention I would be looking for longs from 81.90. Unfortunately, I didn't record the trade. I'll be totally honest with you. I traded like an absolute idiot. Went a bit tilted. We all do it. Yeah, I've been doing this for a little while, and it still happens to me every now and again. Yesterday was one of those days. I'm not proud of it. A bit embarrassing, but it happened. It worked out well for me in the end, though. I did trade some of my Apex evaluations. I passed one blue 4 through tilting, trading like an absolute idiot. I almost passed the 4. I actually jumped in, again a bit impatient, here at 82. I think it was around that sort of level. It did actually bounce up. I made some money as it pulled up to around 80, 82.40. Then it pulled back. I got out of the trade, it pulled back. I jumped in again like an idiot. I don't know why I did it, but I did. I jumped in again, got caught on the bearish move down again. I think that was on the inflation call out, I think it was. Like I said, I got tilted, moved my stop, blew the accounts. It happens. There's no excuses. It was on me, 100%. From there, I was looking for, with Fast Track, I was looking for my entry at 81.90. Again, I traded terribly. I got my entry at 81.90. Perfect. It bounced, you'll see here, to 82.05, I think, or 6. I moved my stop to break even straight away, which was a dumb move. I normally give myself at least 30 points. Because of the news, I was probably going to give myself about 40 points. We did have protection at the weekly support there. Also from the standard deviation, I had support. So there was a bit of volatility. I knew I needed to give it a bit more room. I didn't. I moved my stop to break even. It pulled back, as you can see, stopped me out for break even. I got frustrated because I knew I should have stayed in the trade. I knew it. I didn't. I did re-enter at the weekly support. Believe it or not, it popped up again about 10 points. Pulled back down. I moved my stop again like a nervous child. Like it was a dumb move. I was tilted, frustrated, nervous. It stopped me out again for break even. At this point, I think I sat down for a while and left it alone. It pulled up past the pivot point, pulled back down to it. I think from memory, I jumped in at about 81.97, around that sort of area. It pulled back against me. This time, again, dumb move. I jumped in with 2 contracts per account. Pulled against me. I had my stop, I'll be honest. I think it was at 81.60. I'll be honest, I moved my stop to the point where it would have pretty much blown my accounts. That's not easy to be honest about, but that's the truth. I was frustrated, I was angry, frustrated myself. Yeah, I moved my stops and kind of went balls to the wall, I guess. And yeah, look, the trade worked out. It bounced strong. So the level was correct. My trade was good. It was my trade management and my emotions that were just not good. I'm not proud of it. It worked out. I ended up making 160 on 10 accounts and 180 on 10. Frustrating thing was I could have just sat there and got my $300. My 15 points was all I needed because I was in there with 2 contracts. I didn't. The nerves got the better of me. I took the money when I had the chance and walked away. Look, maybe that was the right thing because I was very tilted. I wasn't trading well. My mentality wasn't good. So it was a great day. I walked away. Day 4 of Fast Track trading accounts. The accounts are looking strong, but I'm just frustrated with myself that I could have been in a much better position. I've had 3 days where I could have made 300 per account, where I've really made 160 to 150 to 180. It's easy to say in hindsight, but yeah, look, I'm not proud of the way I've traded. As far as today, a bit of an interesting one today. Very volatile yesterday. I did call, like I said, about the list, the weekly list. That was my level to short yesterday. At the end of the session, it did actually touch the weekly list. It pulled back. I knew there would be strong resistance there, and there was. It's come up again, tested it, come back down. During the day today, it's tested it now 1-2 times, and it's about to test it again. Tough call as to whether it's gonna power through it. I think it will. It's tested it. This is the 4th time now of attacking that battle line, if you want to call it that. At some point, it's going to break it. I just don't know how hard it's going to break through it. As far as the plan for today, I was looking for longs. I'm hoping it will pull back. Tough call because there's so many little levels but none of them are in line with anything else. You've got a pivot point there at 82.53. It's a Friday. I'm not going to trust a pivot point on a Friday. Generally, it pulls back a bit further on a Friday. I'm not saying it happens every time, but that's what I noticed on a Friday. It tends to happen. I would be looking for hopefully a bit more of a pullback. I do like 82.37. I can see the wick there from where it started to pull away and come up to the list yesterday. That could be a good entry. Excuse me. It's also yesterday's point of control as well, so it's a pretty good level there. But it's a Friday and it makes me nervous. An ideal level for me, if I could get it, I don't think I will. Where is it? 82.08. If you see this, where again I talk about breakout points of breakout. Yeah, the last sort of leg up, I would call it, in the session yesterday. Pulled away from this candle here. From there, it didn't really look back. It went straight up to the weekly list. So if I could, that would be my ideal entry, but I don't know if we're going to pull back that far today. And the way it's looking right now, it could tear off without me. As far as a possible short, I would say about 83.50. We've got weekly resistance there, daily resistance there. It's just going to be a real tough call today. It's not a day where I can look at it. Some days I can look at the charts and have 2 or 3 levels that I really like. Today, there's nothing that really stands out for me that it gets me confident, to be honest. I will try and trade it. Yeah, you can't hide from days like this. It's just one of those days where you have to do the best you can. If I see nothing, I won't trade. But I'm sure I'll see something. I'm almost tempted to take a short right now, in all honesty. But yeah, I've got nothing really that I'm 100% confident with. But I will come back tomorrow and an update on how I go with the 5th day with fast track trading. So far, so good. In my next video, there's a couple of things I actually want to sort of talk about. Key, I would say, is foundations for new traders. Anyone that's new, if you're watching this, what I think are a list of things that you need to kind of master or focus on when you first learn to trade, or what skills you really need is to build a complete package, to build foundations, to become a profitable trader. I would say one of them is self-awareness of your own emotional state. That was me yesterday. If I'd been a bit more aware of my own emotional position, probably would have traded better or worked around it. Being able to identify a trend, a bias, if you want to call it that. I'll try and give a brief description as to how I think the best way to go about it for new traders. A way to identify levels of importance or reaction levels. Every trader needs to learn that, and a lot of people take that for granted. When you first start, you just want to watch charts, read price action, you think you can tell what it's going to do. To a point you can, but if you want to be consistent, you need to find levels that there's a high probability of a reaction, and then read price action from those levels. It gives you a much better chance of being consistent in trading. Also, understanding risk reward, between swing and scalp trading, and matching it to your personality. Everyone's different. Some people have a high risk mentality. Some people don't like losing. I don't like losing, so I've had to build a strategy that works for my mindset. Some people are happy. They're happy to win 1 in 5 trades, but just make massive big swing trades. I trade well doing that, but my mentality doesn't deal with that well. I don't deal well with losing, so I've had to build a strategy that gives me a high accuracy. It works for me. Reading price action. Reading price action is one of those things that takes, in my opinion, thousands of hours to learn. But being aware of different times of day is super important as well. I want to go through that a little bit. Also, intuition. I think intuition is a massive part of trading. I will be going through that. Instinct, and also trade management. I think they're just some items there that I actually want to talk about more for new traders, people that haven't really done a lot of trading. If you can get those 8 things right in trading, you've got a really good chance of success, in my opinion. They're the things that I now sort of look at my own skills and focus on. They all really help. If you build all of those things, like I said, you're well on your way. So I'll go through that hopefully on the next video. But if you're still listening, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.